It's a typical morning at the airport, but for 12-year-old Ethan Harper, this day would turn into something beyond anyone's wildest imagination. While most kids are still lost in video games, Ethan is obsessed with something far more extraordinary: aviation. His eyes light up as he boards a Boeing 747 with his parents, eager for the family's long-awaited trip. But nothing could have prepared him for what was about to happen. The flight was smooth, the kind of serene journey you expect when traveling across the country. But in an instant, chaos took hold. The unthinkable happened. Both pilots fell unconscious, leaving the plane in a state of freefall. Passengers screamed, the flight attendants scrambled, and the crew was paralyzed by panic. But in the midst of the terror, one calm voice stood out. "Ethan." Without hesitation, Ethan stood up, his mind racing through everything he had studied: flight manuals, simulations, even emergency protocols. He didn't just watch planes soar through the skies. He knew how to command them. Stepping into the cockpit, Ethan became the youngest pilot anyone could have imagined. His actions that day, though coming from a 12-year-old, were nothing short of heroic. The flight landed safely, but Ethan's story wasn't over yet. Just 24 hours later, a phone call changed his life forever. Ethan was about to meet the President of the United States. What happened next would leave everyone in the room in awe, as the young boy who had saved a plane was honored in a way few could ever dream of. Stay tuned to see how one act of bravery would lead Ethan to a future beyond his wildest dreams. Welcome to Acts of Kindness Stories. Ethan Harper's heart pounded as the aircraft descended into a clear, expansive sky. The family's excitement had given way to a steady hum of routine as passengers settled into their seats aboard the iconic Boeing 747. While many admired the plane's graceful design, Ethan's gaze was fixed on every detail, each dial, every subtle movement of the control panels. His mind, sharp and unwavering despite his young age, processed the familiar configuration as he quietly recalled the hours spent poring over flight manuals and mastering the intricacies of flight simulators. During the smooth part of the journey, Ethan exchanged friendly words with a flight attendant named Lillian. Her gentle smile and keen eyes acknowledged his insightful questions about engine thrust and aerodynamic controls. The connection was brief, yet it deepened his determination. For Ethan, flying was not a mere fascination. It was a calling that resonated in every fiber of his being. As the plane cruised at 35,000 feet, a sense of calm mingled with a quiet intensity, each passing moment reinforcing his readiness for anything unexpected. Without warning, the familiar cadence of the engines was disrupted by a violent jolt. The aircraft shuddered as if gripped by an unseen force, and an unsettling silence replaced the usual background hum. Confusion rippled through the cabin as the flight crew's composed demeanor gave way to strained voices and rapidly exchanged glances. Within moments, the intercom crackled with alarming news. The captain had suffered a sudden medical emergency, and his co-pilot was rendered unconscious. The very people entrusted with the safety of hundreds of lives were suddenly unable to steer the colossal machine through the chaos unfolding above. While panic spread among the passengers, Ethan's mind raced with clarity. The lessons he had absorbed during countless hours of study and simulation came flooding back. He understood every indicator on the instrument panel, every nuance in the flight path displayed before him. The aircraft was in freefall, and a series of mechanical failures threatened to intensify the crisis. As the cabin lights flickered and the overhead compartments rattled, Ethan recognized that this was far beyond a routine turbulence event. The situation demanded swift, calculated action, a role that, in that critical moment, fell unexpectedly upon his shoulders. In a voice that belied his tender age, Ethan calmly addressed the nearest crew member. He outlined the signs he had meticulously noted: the drop in hydraulic pressure, the irregular engine sounds, and the erratic movements of the aircraft. His familiarity with emergency protocols provided him with the knowledge to evaluate the unfolding disaster with a level of poise that astonished everyone. Lillian, her eyes wide with a mix of disbelief and hope, led him toward the cockpit, where the remnants of order still clung desperately to the controls. Inside the cockpit, The gravity of the moment was overwhelming. The captain's seat lay abandoned, and the array of flashing instruments presented a maze of technical challenges. Yet, as Ethan surveyed the situation, he methodically set about re-establishing control. With hands that trembled only slightly, he adjusted the throttle and repositioned the control yoke, fighting against the relentless pull of gravity. Every movement was deliberate, each decision a testament to the countless hours of practice and dedication that had prepared him for this moment. His youthful determination was bolstered by an innate sense of responsibility, a commitment to safeguard every life on board. The air traffic controller's voice, crackling over the radio, provided terse, steady guidance. "This is Ethan Harper, acting captain," he announced, his words measured and resolute. As he listened intently, he began executing a series of maneuvers that gradually arrested the plane's descent. His fingers danced over the controls as he calibrated the altitude, set the correct climb angle, and balanced the power across the engines. The aircraft, which had been tumbling dangerously close to a catastrophic dive, responded to his interventions. With each precise adjustment, the downward spiral was halted, replaced by a cautious ascent toward stability. Inside the cabin, the transformation was palpable. Fear gave way to tentative relief as passengers sensed that the worst was being averted. The steady hum of the engines, now a reassuring background note, marked a fragile return to normalcy. In that crucible of crisis, Ethan's actions radiated a powerful message. Knowledge, focus, and a calm mind can triumph over even the most harrowing challenges. His every move was an educational masterclass in crisis management, inspiring those around him to believe in the power of preparedness and the importance of following one's passion with discipline and heart. Minutes stretched into an eternity as Ethan maintained his vigil over the instruments. His eyes, fixed on the delicate interplay of altitude and speed, reflected a maturity that belied his age. The aircraft was now steadily climbing, inching its way back to a safer altitude. Every adjustment was made with care, a delicate balance between the unforgiving physics of flight and the intuitive understanding he had nurtured over years of dedication. The interplay of skill and determination was evident not only in the stabilization of the plane but also in the quiet reassurance that began to spread through the cabin. Throughout the ordeal, Ethan's family watched with a mixture of terror and awe. His mother's tearful eyes and his father's clenched hands bore silent testimony to the profound trust they had in his ability to lead them out of danger. In that suspended moment, the true weight of responsibility, and the unyielding strength of youthful resolve, became unmistakably clear. Each heartbeat echoed with the conviction that this was not a scenario pulled from a fantasy, but a real-life trial by fire that demanded every ounce of his training, intelligence, and courage. As the aircraft leveled out and the immediate threat of a crash faded, the atmosphere shifted dramatically. The chaos that had gripped the cabin was replaced by an overwhelming sense of relief and admiration. Passengers, many of whom had been on the verge of despair, now looked toward the cockpit with gratitude and newfound respect. Ethan's resolute actions had not only averted disaster, but had also transformed a day of terror into a profound lesson in the power of calm under pressure. The young boy's expertise had bridged the gap between fear and hope, proving that even in the most dire circumstances, an unwavering commitment to learning and preparedness can be the difference between catastrophe and survival. In that critical hour, Ethan Harper demonstrated that heroism is not defined by age but by the readiness to act when every second counts. His story, unfolding in real time at 30,000 feet, became a beacon of inspiration. A reminder that bravery, combined with a deep-seated passion for knowledge, has the power to defy expectations and reshape destinies. The lessons learned in the cockpit that day would resonate far beyond the confines of that turbulent flight, serving as a powerful testament to the enduring spirit of determination and the transformative impact of being truly prepared for life's unexpected challenges. Ethan's triumphant landing not only saved everyone on board but also ignited a spark of hope and inspiration for people everywhere. As the aircraft rolled safely to a stop, a palpable wave of relief and gratitude filled the cabin. Family members embraced him with tears of joy, while fellow passengers exchanged looks of awe and admiration. In that unforgettable moment, a young boy's unwavering courage turned a near-tragic disaster into a testament to the power of knowledge, determination, and self-belief. The following day, the entire nation buzzed with the news of Ethan's heroic act. Amid the outpouring of praise, Ethan received an invitation to the White House where the president personally commended his extraordinary bravery. Standing on that grand stage, surrounded by dignitaries and media, Ethan was honored not just for averting a disaster, but for inspiring countless individuals to pursue their passions with discipline and purpose. His story reaffirmed that age is never a barrier when heart and preparation unite in the face of crisis. We invite you to join us in celebrating this remarkable journey of courage and hope. If Ethan's story moved you, please like this video, share it with friends and family, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. Your engagement helps us spread messages of kindness and empowerment. And don't forget to subscribe to Acts of Kindness Stories as we work together to reach our goal of 10,000 subscribers. Together, let's inspire one another to overcome challenges, learn from our experiences, and create a better, more compassionate world.